Hey y'all, welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back to my channel if you are a returning viewer. This video is a sit down with me, chit chat, Q&A, whatever you want to call it. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna name this, but we'll see. I asked y'all to ask me some questions on Instagram, whatever y'all wanted to know, and y'all did y'all big ones, so I'm about to answer all of those questions, or at least try to answer all of them for y'all. So let's get into that. The first question is advice for upcoming seniors. Honestly, wanted to make this like a whole separate video because like there's so many things that I could tell y'all. I'm gonna just give y'all like 5 things that are like really like main and big in your senior year. So first, I would definitely say is to stay on top of your work. As a senior, you get so much freedom and it kind of like gets to your head, and so you like slack on your work and you're like, okay, well, I could do it at this time. Don't do that. Get on top of your work and get ahead on your work if you can. If you're ahead on your work and it's time, the time comes for you to do it, you don't have to do it because you already did it. Another thing that I would say is get involved. Do the activities that the school has planned for you. Go to the events, like join the clubs, do all of it, because when you graduate, you're going to regret not doing it. Make memories. Take the pictures. Pictures are everything your senior year, because when I tell y'all, it goes by so fast. Like, you're literally going to go in on your first day and you're gonna go to sleep, you're gonna wake up, and it's time for you to graduate. Like, that's literally how it feels. So make sure you make a lot of memories. Take advantage of the scholarships, y'all. And when I say apply to everyone, apply to everyone, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get at least one. Like, you're gonna get at least one. So take advantage of the scholarships. Take advantage of all the grants there is out there. Like, take advantage if you plan on going to school and continuing your education once you graduate. This is the time to take advantage and ask questions. Really look into what you want to do. Just look into certain colleges. Go on the college visits. Go to the visits, y'all. When I tell y'all, it's so beneficial to see the different campuses, feel the different vibes, see the opportunities that they have to offer. When you go to certain colleges, some colleges do on-spot admission offers. So if you apply there and then you go do a visit and you talk to the admissions office or whatever, they can give you acceptance or whatever right there on the spot. So take advantage, y'all. Take advantage. Next question is, what was my first tattoo and what was the pain level? This is my first ever tat. Hold on, y'all can't really see it, but yeah, it's just a rose. It's a rose with a butterfly on the side. When did I get this? I got this for my 17th birthday, so I can't really remember how it felt, but it wasn't bad. So I feel like if I can't remember how bad the pain really was, it wasn't bad. But I want to say it was probably like no more than like a 4. People say like, oh, the wrist is the worst out of all like your arms or whatever. The wrist is the worst. It don't hurt, y'all. Go get that wrist tattoo. If you want one, go get it, because it don't hurt. Next question is, what am I most excited about for college? There are so many things I'm excited about, like the entire experience, just to see like what this next chapter of my life is really gonna be like, because right now, sitting in this chair today, I can't even like imagine like what it's gonna be like. I think that's what's the most exciting for me. The next question is advice to people applying for college. If you have a grasp advisor at your school, talk to them first before you do anything else. Talk to them, because your financial aid, if you plan on going to school, you need to have your financial aid done in like February, March. So talk to them first and get that done. Talk to your counselor at school and get help, because college applications are a pain in the butt, y'all. I wish that I used Comment app a little bit more than I did. It's definitely a lot easier than going to like all the different sites and filling out the application 30 different times and all that stuff. I will also say, do not be discouraged if you don't get accepted into a school, because how I look at it is, if I don't get accepted into this school, it wasn't meant for me. If you don't get accepted into that school, it was not meant for you. Okay, if you don't get accepted, move on. There are so many different colleges with so many different things to offer. You may not get accepted into this school, but this school may have so much more for you. So just don't be discouraged if you don't get accepted into all of the colleges you apply for, because maybe it won't meant for you in the first place. What is your advice to people who want to start a YouTube channel but is scared to start a YouTube channel? Don't be scared. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's literally just like talking to yourself. I wanted to start a YouTube channel for about 2 or 3 years, and I even gave it a go. I gave it a go like last year or something like that, and I was very discouraged and I like stopped. I wasn't getting a lot of views. I wasn't getting any support from anybody. I would like post a link and nobody would subscribe. Like, I was so discouraged, but I gave it another go, and I'm really glad that I did. I love this journey. Like, I'm just super excited to see where this is gonna take me. But I just want to say, don't be discouraged by those things, because those 20 views will turn into 200, and 200 is going to turn into 2,000. And the next thing you know, you're going to be doing big numbers. Just believe in yourself. Give yourself your flowers for doing the smallest things, for accomplishing the smallest things, because there's people out here who's not even doing what you're doing. So just start it. Give it a go. Keep posting, be consistent. I know I'm lacking on that, but I'm working on it, and I'm gonna start doing better on that. But just be consistent and believe in yourself, and I promise you it's gonna be all worth it in the end. What is your advice to the girls who are scared to start a business? Again, don't be scared. Just do it, because when you put yourself out there, the support and the love and all of that is just gonna attract to you. You have to be positive. You have to believe, because when you start something and then you're like, I'm not gonna get this attention, or I'm not gonna do this, this is not gonna work. Guess what? That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's not gonna work. Be positive. You have to believe in yourself, and you just have to do it. Just go for it. It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna do really well some days, you're gonna do really poor some days, and you may start off down here, but you're eventually gonna be up here. Okay, look at the people who are doing the same thing you are, and not so much steal content. Don't steal content. Just get an idea of what people like. Once you do that, you're in there like swimwear, baby. Just go for it. Just take it and run. You get what I'm saying? Get some friends that are supportive of you. Do whatever you want to do. If it's hair, lashes, jewelry, makeup, get your friends and make them, like, not make them, but ask them to model for you and promote your business. Put yourself out there. Tell them to put you out there. When you have support within your circle, it's all just gonna come together, like I said. So don't be scared. YOLO. Because at the end of the day, you only live once. So just go for it. What will you be majoring in? My major is pre-nursing at Norfolk State University. Big state. When I was in middle school, I said that I was going to be a surgeon. I just knew I was going to grow up and I was going to be a surgeon. And then I said I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. Then I wanted to be a cardio surgeon. Then I wanted to be a trauma surgeon. But then I was like, girl, like, do you really want to be a surgeon? When I got to high school, I branched off and I tried sports marketing. My 9th grade year, wasn't a fan. Was not a fan of it. 10th grade year, I did sociology. I really enjoyed it. Like, that was something that I wanted to do. So I was like, you know what, maybe I could be like, maybe I could study sociology or like psychology, because I did sociology my first semester and then I did psychology my second semester. My 11th grade year, I decided I was going to take AP psychology. I couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what, I want to be in a hospital setting. I was gonna be a clinical psychologist, and like I would go in the hospital and check on, you know, the patients and stuff like that. But I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. But I want to help people and I want to be in hospital settings. So I was like, why not be a nurse? Why not be a nurse? My 12th grade year, which I just recently finished, I said, I'm gonna go to our career center. Let me try medical administration. I loved it. And I said, if I can love the office side, and I know that I'm gonna love the clinical side, this is what I'm gonna do. All right, so this one says, what made you choose to go to NSU? NSU was my last choice. I wanted to go to Baylor University in Texas, but then I looked into Norfolk State. I looked into their nursing program. Their nursing program is awesome, and I never hear anything bad about their nursing program. Like, every time I talk to somebody who has experienced Norfolk State or knows people that went there, they're always like, oh yeah, their nursing program is bomb. Like, everybody always has something positive to say about it. I was like, you know what, that's what I need. And being surrounded by Black excellence and being around girls that are just like me, I just feel like that is what I need right now. So that is what really drew my attention to Norfolk State, was the nursing program. It's not that far from home. I did want to veer off and get into a new environment. So that's another thing that drew me to Norfolk State, because it's not too far from my home, but it's not super close either. So yeah, that's what made me choose Norfolk State. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? I will be somewhat freshly out of college. I'll be about a year out, obviously working as an RN and working towards getting my experience to become a travel nurse, which is my end goal. I want to be a travel NICU nurse. I love babies. They make my heart so mushy. I love babies. So I want to be a travel NICU nurse. All right, so this one says, if you had a ticket to go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? I would probably go to Dubai. I feel like Dubai is so like different and futuristic. Everything is just so much different there, and there's so many different parts of Dubai. Like, you got the city, and then you have like the sand, and then there's this over here. It's like nothing is real. It's like a fantasy land, and I love it, y'all. If I could go to Dubai right now, like if I could teleport to Dubai right now, I would literally teleport there, and I would just enjoy the view. Like, it's so beautiful out there. So this one says, what was one thing that you struggled with in your healing journey? I struggled with a lot of things, but I would definitely say that my biggest struggle was faith. Keeping faith and having faith, strong faith, was probably like my biggest when it came to healing. When things would go really wrong for me, I just felt like, if God was really on my side, why would he do this? Like, I just had so many like whys. Why would you do this? Why would you put me in this position if you want what's best for me? I realize now that you have to be faithful the most through the hardest times. It's not that God is trying to hurt you or discourage you. He would never hurt you, okay? He's trying to build you. He's testing you. He was testing me, and I failed. He was testing my faith, and I failed. Once I gained my strength and faith back, and I started talking to him more instead of questioning him. One thing that I definitely learned in my healing journey is that there is an answer for every question you have. You just have to read. I cannot stress this enough. There is an answer to every question that you have. You just have to read. You don't have to question him. Conversate with him. Talk to him like he is a regular person, and he will understand what you're trying to say. I had to like sit back and stop saying like, why would you hurt me? And instead, I just would talk to him like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm trusting you, and I believe that you were gonna pull me out of this. And that was like my biggest thing, probably, though. Just keeping my faith steady. Like on my real bad days, I'd be like, not praying. I'm not praying. I'm not, reading my Bible. I'm not reading no verses. I'm not writing my prayers. I'm not doing none of that. And then on my okay days, or like my good days, I would, oh yeah, like, no, you can't do that. You can't be iffy with the faith. You gotta be solid. You gotta be thorough with it. And it will work out. So yeah, keeping faith was probably my hardest, but it was definitely my biggest lesson learned too with this whole journey of mine. So this one says, where do you see yourself in 20 years mentally and financially? Mentally, I hope that I'm great. I know adulting gets hard, so I just hope I am capable of making it through and doing what needs to be done so that I can be happy. Financially, I hope that I am so well financially. Like, that's one thing that I definitely could say that I manifest and meditate on and pray on. You know what I'm saying? That I can just live comfortably. I want to have like multiple sources of income. Hopefully my business will have grown, and I will be doing nursing, and I also want to get my real estate license my sophomore year of college. So y'all know that's where the money at. So hopefully it all works out for me, and yeah, I will be living comfortably. So this question is, what is your advice to people who are going through anxiety? My advice to people who is going through anxiety, depression, any mental battle, be in touch with your inner self, okay? That is the big thing. And what I mean by that is figure out what makes you happy. Figure out what triggers you. Figure out what makes it worse. Figure out what makes it better. Figure out what helps you sleep. Figure out what, keeps you up. Figure yourself out, because once you're in touch with yourself, you can kind of like figure out when you're about to have these episodes or when you're about to have this whatever. The more you know, the easier it will be to cope and to help yourself. Be there for you. You can't expect anybody else to help you if you can't help yourself. So that's my advice to anybody who's going through any type of mental health issue right now. Be in touch with yourself and figure out what helps you, because once you figure that out, you'll be able to stop your anxiety attacks. You'll be able to die down your depression episodes. You'll be able to cope better. You'll be able to do all these things. Sit down and learn yourself and look at the small things. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I have bad anxiety, I play with it inside of my hand, or like I'll like play with my fingers, or like I'll like do this with my neck. And at first I didn't even notice that stuff until I sat back and I realized, like, okay, this is what I do when I'm having this feeling. Put your feelings and your physical like responses together. I don't want to sit here and make it seem like once you learn yourself, you're just gonna be better. You will be able to deal with it better than you were at first. Okay, so this one says, how do you overcome your in-life challenges? Every problem doesn't have a solution. Just feel it, go through it, but don't allow yourself to seep so deep in that hole that you feel like you're never gonna get out of it. That's probably how I get through it. Just go through it. Figure out how to fix it. If it can't be fixed, don't stress yourself. Okay, 3 things you want to accomplish with YouTube before the summer is over. Probably at least reach 100 subscribers. But I want to invest in a Canon camera, which I probably will get it before the summer over. So I don't know. We'll see how that go. Probably reach like international, like be internationally watched, like in like Europe or something. Advice on how to stop looking for love, because I struggle with this bad. Find it in yourself. Cater to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take yourself out. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Take yourself out to eat once a week. By yourself. Do things for yourself that you want other people to do for you. It counts for so much more. You're gonna glow a different type of glow. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna it's gonna be like this big relief once you learn to love yourself. And when you do give yourself all the things that you want, you're not even gonna want it from anybody else. You're not gonna expect it from anybody else, because it's like, okay, you're not gonna do it for me, I can do it for myself. Self-love is everything, okay? Love yourself, because you're beautiful and you don't need to look for love within nobody else but you, okay? This one says, what are you most proud of right now? I can say that I am most proud of my sober count of self-harm. I am 4 months sober.
Thank you, far too kind.
And it feels so good to finally be healthy coping with my emotions, like journaling and talking to God and going to the gym and going outside and all this other stuff. Like it just feels so good to not hurt myself. Self-harm, it hurts emotionally and mentally. It hurts everything, every state. So that's my biggest like proud accomplishment right now, is that I'm 4 months sober. So yeah. Okay, y'all, I want to say thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in with your girl. Thank y'all so much for being on this journey with me, and thank you guys for subscribing. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And thank y'all for liking, just interacting with my page in general. I know I haven't been as consistent as I should be, but like I said, I promise that I'm going to get back on it. That concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to y'all soon.